Janus, turning 10. We mentioned. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's one of those. It's one of those. I totally fell for it, didn't I? I think it was a You're right.
Let's have to take a look at our salutes. A very happy birthday to Mike Hunt. He turns 39 today. This wish comes from your mom, who hopes you have a great day. Anniversaries in the meantime. Happy 80th birthday to E. Norma Stitz. And happy birthday to you, E. Norma. Hope you have a wonderful day.
David Moorhead, happy 21st birthday. That's been long for me. You came a long way. Anita Ray, happy birthday to my sweet little girl, Anita. Mike Hunt, happy birthday to my hubby, Mike. Anita, hooray, happy birthday, Anita, from your favorite son-in-law.
Information now. Also, on the plane crash, KTV was just learning the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sung Ting Wong, Lee Tu Lo, Ho Lee Pook, and Bang Ding Ao.
And Hugh Janus, turning 10. We mentioned. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's one of those. It's one of those. I totally fell for it, didn't I? I think it was a. You're right.
Let's have to take a look at our salutes. A very happy birthday to Mike Hunt. He turns 39 today. This wish comes from your mom, who hopes you have a great day. Anniversaries in the meantime. Happy 80th birthday to E. Norma Stitz. Coleman, happy birthday.
One thing, he's going to pull it off. I think you, as you know, the Jets are going to come from behind you. We'll see.
Okay, Wayne Corbett. Arnold said he's going to win. Wayne Corbett, it's a wobble, it's close. Come on, man. Oh, the Hornets close. Okay. Take a play. Jermaine Wiggins. Wayne Corbett. 30-7 when there's no long. And then going deep. Touchdown makes it 37. And then this remarkable play. Elliott is that's what I might have been 2000. I was a junior in high school. Try not to ball. Then snap, hold, kick. All of that set up by Schwarzenegger. Quebec.
One thing, Wayne Quebec is going to pull it off. I think.
Stop filling words and terms that just make sense. Quick disclaimer, we know it's said all over, but these are said in sound filling on the daily. First up is the word crumb, and the weight that this word holds is big. And we're not talking about food crumbs. We just found out Becky Sullivan was having an affair. Guess what? He's a crumb. And if you want to get nuts, he's a crumb bum. Next up is the hoagie. We cannot be friends if you call it a sub or a Richmond sandwich. It's a hoagie. What are you in the mood for? Oh, all right. I'm in the mood for a hoagie. From Little Next to be exact. Next up, some good old Buddha rice. Being born and raised in South Philly, I've never heard all the Italian license always Buddha rice. And dare I say, South Philadelphia has some of the best Buddha rices in the world, aka John's Buddha rice. Last but not least, is one of my favorite sayings. It's hot as balls. Why are the balls so hot? The world may never know. I use this saying literally every single day of my life, and especially in the summer, forget about it. If it's 100 degrees outside, I can get super shoot. I tell you what, name it. What's your name? Nick. Yeah. My stepmother, I just go by her. So just like you go by she. So she's like, I go by Nick. So I got this exercise that I do basically for us to get our shit. So this is you, I go, you're a she-her, you're a she-her, you're a she-her. And for me, I go, you're a nigga. I don't do the N-word. It's don't do the N-word. I don't give a damn. I'm sure you do. Really? He's like, you're doing great, you're fine, you're good, your parents are right. I was like, what the hell? She's not really good.
before that, he was doing
Would you get just better drinking like Monster Energy drinks sometimes, which are like piss magnets? Yeah, they're delicious, but they make you want to pee. Make you want to beat your wife too, dude. I've seen a lot of dudes drinking Monster that you know they're going home to punch. Would you fight a lesbian for an undisclosed amount of money? Yeah. Really? You don't even have to hear the number? And what is undisclosed? Do I get to hear it or I don't? You get to know until it's over. You're just ready to fight women. I don't do the N-word.
Company is being charged with doing business with terrorists.
That's right, and the economic nipples have called up Wall Street. Oh my goodness. Did you put that in there? I think that's a typo. Okay, and economic nipples.
You asked me how Vegas went. Let me tell you how Vegas went. So show 1 goes great. Show number 2, for some reason, 50 seats in the front. 50 seats in the front are just completely empty. It basically exactly what 50 Cent did, except I think it was the venue that kind of got me, because those are like artist tickets. The fuck? I walk out, it's front rows, pretty empty. I start doing my little act. About 10 minutes in, the guy in the balcony just goes, "Fuck you, Shay, you fucking sellout piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you." Got kicked out. And I was on stage like, "What the fuck am I a sellout? I didn't fucking sell out." What the fuck? I was like, it must have been one of the bastard Saudis. What the fuck? I think he was mad he heard some of that material before. What do you mean? I guess he had heard that material. Because I was, of course, that's 10 minutes in, so the rest of the show, I'm just devastated. Yeah. Like at first, it didn't quite hit me. I would kill it. And then throughout the show, I was just getting sadder and sadder. And then I get off stage. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? Like, I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, what did he mean? How did I? Tell me how I sold out. No. This is the rest of the night. I'm like, I'm Lincoln, dude. This is the theater. No. And then,
If you don't know who I am, you will.
He was like, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out exactly who that was.
Who the fuck is you? I'm the greatest motherfucker of all time. Why? Why not? If I'm not, who is? That's what I want to know. We got this asshole, and we're watching Instagram reels. Why? Why not?
Some new Adrian shit. Smash. I always call it fair game. I'm not drawing the line here. Smash. She's been bad my whole life. It's a triple smash. Let's not be too nervous on some Colin Cowherd shit. Two cities. Let's end the debate, bro. Joy Taylor clears Molly. Respectfully.
Who is this?
Without a question, they go conversation triple smash, but trying to smash with the braids and the belt on. Smash. Pass, but we can drink an IPA or something.
Wait, who is that?
Taylor clears Molly, respectfully. Without a question, they go conversation triple smash, but trying to smash with the braids and the belt on. Smash. Pass, but we can drink an IPA or something. Double smash. Come on, dude, I said pass.
Come on, dog. I thought the same thing. Yo, what up, my man? Emmanuel, dude, you're getting your shit together, big dog. How you living, big man? Emmanuel.
How are you doing?
Every day's a holiday, every meal's a feast, baby. How are things in your neck of the woods, son?
I'm actually doing fine, actually. I'm trying hard to create all this stuff you sent to me.
Okay, good.
Do
you need
any? Is it a must to create what you have?
What'd you say, baby?
Is it a must to create all the apps? The apps is too much to create, and some of the apps are
Listen, Emmanuel. All I hear from you are excuses. That's laziness. Imagine I'm your client. Are you going to tell me it's too much to do?
No.
Right. This is what your customers are going to ask you to do, except instead of making the accounts, they're going to ask you to post. But you don't want to be someone who's like, oh, well, I don't have that social media because I was too lazy to do it 2 years ago when I could be posting to there. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I've helped 50 people in Nigeria in the last 2 weeks do this. And if they can do it, you can do it. And guess what?
Yeah, I believe it.
Guess what? Those 50 people are your competition. And when they're out there, they're saying, hey, I can repost you on my 30 different social media accounts. And then Emmanuel comes in and is like, hey, I've only got 15 of them. Well, who do you think they're going to go with, baby? I want you to be an all-star.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You got to see it like this. This gives you 30 more places to be able to post for yourself, 30 more places for you to be able to post for your clients, 30 more places for you to be able to open up communications channels. Why do you want to shut down conversations that you can have with future clients? It gives you 30 more ways to dominate social media, AI, and search engines. And it's going to make it much more difficult to be able to impersonate you. Look, Emmanuel, and I know you're going to do it, but I wouldn't tell you if this strategy did not work. I would not tell you to do this. But you're going to dominate search engines, and that's what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to say to your customers, work with me. I can post you on all the social media that exists, and you'll be everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to go now.
Emmanuel. There is no try. There is only do. You are going to do it.
Yeah.
I can send you examples of people from Nigeria who have created all of these accounts, and I tell them that they're doing a fantastic job because they are. So if they can do it, I know you can do it.
Definitely I can, but the issue I'm having here is creating these apps. Some of the apps, I tried creating it on Safari. You get so some of the apps are, giving me tough time. Yeah.
I mean, what are they doing? They shaking you down, baby?
You saying?
How are they giving you a tough time?
Just like, okay, I'm just the one I'm trying to create now. I'm trying to create threads.
Which one?
I'm trying to create a thread account, and it is linking me down to
Hold on,
my
which
Instagram account.
one? Oh, Threads. Yeah. Okay, so Threads is an easy one. Did you create an Instagram account?
Yeah, I have an Instagram account.
Okay, so then just sign into Threads with your Instagram account. It'll create your Threads account.
Okay, it's okay to connect directly to my Instagram account, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, how about copying the link? That's the major issue here.
Okay, the links are really easy. So all you have to do is once you create it, in the spot that says share my account, you just copy that link and paste it. But even still, all you have to do is go to your profile and copy that link and put it into Linktree. It's the same link. And then you just check it. Make sure it links to your profile and you're done. It's very easy.
Okay.
So let's talk about this for a second. Because maybe you just don't know how this works. But basically, you've got your Linktree is linktree.com/Emmanuel Cyprian 53. That's the link for your Linktree. For your TikTok, your link is...
Okay, everything will be having 53 on it, right?
No, not necessarily. Like your TikTok is tiktok.com/Emmanuel Cyprian 8.
Yeah.
Okay, your Instagram is instagram.com/Emmanuel Cyprian 53. So it just depends. But just know that it's basically whatever the website is / and then either an @ your username or just your username. That's usually what it is. So if you're having trouble finding that link, if you just put that in naturally and it goes to your profile. You just copy that and then put it into TikTok.
Okay, no problem. Let me go give it a try again.
You're good, Emmanuel. And Emmanuel, great job. Like you changed your name in here, you changed your name in Twitter. And I know you're like,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean that's really great. You're becoming more than just a reply guy. And get this. You're putting in what, 1 or 2 days of work to do this? You're going to get a lifetime of results. You never have to do this again. Once you create these accounts, you never have to create them again. So don't be like, well, do I really need them all? Your competition has them. Why don't you want to open up these communication channels with future clients? I mean, I'm just trying to get you more of a network of people with whom you can work. If you don't want that, that's fine. But that doesn't show that you're hungry to do business with people. I want you to be able, if I look at you like I'm your client, and I say to you, I want you to post my content on all your social media. What social media you have? And you're going to be like, well, I've got like 6 different accounts right now. Okay, 6, that's not that great. You call yourself a social media manager with that? But when you say I've got 30 different social media accounts, you can have confidence in what you do. And then when somebody looks up the phrase Emmanuel Cyprian, your name, you're going to dominate every social media platform. If you look at your name right now in Google, barely anything shows up. But in 1 month, all of your social media is going to show up. You're going to dominate it.
Yeah. I'm getting your point here.
Absolutely. Look, I didn't tell you this, but I usually analogize it like this. Web3 marketing or social media marketing, it's like digging for gold. And before you were just digging with one shovel, which was Twitter. I'm giving you 30 different shovels, which means there's a much better chance that you're going to be able to find gold. And when I say 30 different shovels, that's what I mean. YouTube and Instagram and Threads and TikTok and all the others. We're just giving you more weapons, more tools to be able to do your job. You may get a customer who says, I want you to post my video, and you're going to have a bunch of video sites that you can use. You may have someone who says, I want you to post my picture, and you're going to have a bunch of picture sites you can use. What you don't want to do, and which, if you don't create these accounts, what's going to happen is somebody's going to say, I want you to post my picture, and you're going to say, okay, I posted it on Twitter. And they're going to say, okay, well, that didn't really help me. I mean, I'm already posting it on Twitter. Can't you post it on Flickr or perhaps Imager? And you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I can. I got to create the account, though. That sounds unprofessional. It doesn't sound like you know what you're doing when it comes to social media. Because anybody who's a good social media marketer already has those accounts. Generally, they've had them for years. They have built up with followers. You don't have that right now. So you need to start. It's not too late. Better late than never. So you create the accounts. You're going to start gaining followers. You're going to start having people who like your stuff. It'll come along. But just know that you have to do this one time, and then you never have to do it again. Make sense?
Yeah, it's making sense.
Excellent.
Making sense.
Cool, man. Excellent.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my friend. I'm here to help you. So if you need more help, let me know, okay?
No problem.
Excellent.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome, my friend.
And I do know that Chuck Berry is on that Voyager Golden Record. Imagine your introduction into the human race being Johnny B. Good or a similar song. Wouldn't that be quite the introduction? Welcome back. I'm Ryan Recker. And, part of this topic tonight is the perspective from the alien side. Let's say they caught on to us before we caught on to them. And they started to perhaps observe us. What kind of perspective would they have? And that's the idea of the alien perspective. And that's our guest tonight, filmmaker, documentarian. Is that a word? Dean Calhoto is joining us. And this hour next, we'll be taking some of your calls. You can find his work, thealienperspectivemovie.com. I have so many other questions for him. After watching the documentary, I would recommend it. I think you should go see it for yourself. What about this idea of traditional life? What if perhaps perhaps the laws of physics are different than what we observe today, or what if perhaps the way we think of aliens or alien craft is different than
On that particular phrase. So remember, just oppose their views. It's super simple.
Oh, look at that. That's so sweet. Thank you. How come it's for Portia and not me?
Because you gotta have her wear it. Yeah.
All right.
We go so far back. Don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear t-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right. Let's you go back.
Okay.
All right.
No, it's okay. No problem.
No, it's okay.
Hey, so cheers.
You guys should have seen the way he lit up when he realized he was about to spend some time talking to Cam Newton.
All we want was Cam. We draft Cam and it came through, and had season tickets ever since, and he's my MVP. Now, you see, I got to send up minutes right here, you know what I'm saying? Because I need him as a trick me to understand this. Now, I did say the Patriots are fools gold. This is merely a warning. Don't keep poking this one.
Do you have any other children?
Yes, I have one son who's autistic. His name is Sergio. Let's take a moment. You've been very thoughtful in your public commentary about this is a catastrophic mental illness. Your son, Sergio, lives in a very dark corner, as you put it. And there really isn't, you hope for miracles, I'm sure, like every other parent would, but you're also realistic. So your love is unconditional. You see him, and it's got to be a heartache you take with you every day of your life. What do? You get inured? How do you do this? It comes in waves. It does. It's really interesting. It's like a biorhythm. Sometimes you become incredibly thoughtful, and so
I'm finally making NFL films now.
this is big time.
Oh, man. I'm like a kid in a candy store, man. For me, coming out here, I've never been on a field before. Now, I tell you, the last time I was on a football field, to show you how old I am, the last time I was on a professional football field, the Giants were still playing in Yankee Stadium. Wait a minute, I'm not finished yet. And the quarterback was Wyatt Tittle.
What's up, boy? All right, he loves you. Hey, I was at the Mandela thing with you, man. Oh, in New York? Yeah. Okay, it was Frankie like that. Yeah. I was there, man. Yeah. Had fun. Thank you.
So I want to give a shout out to guy in a Saquon Barkley jersey.
Oh, here we go.
Had a rough end to his night in handcuffs, getting walked by for my post-game live hit. Big fan of me, apparently.
Well, if I were to have Nicole stand up this time, I couldn't show you.
John Gruden has no interest in settling. John Gruden knows he will never.
Everything going all right? You've been getting some complaints.
Oh, how do you find the time to work out those arms? I don't know. They're menacing. Thank you. Let me just say, that is tight. You can't take my eyes off. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate it.
What are you doing? Everyone knows that silly.
Do you know what NFL team has a plant for a logo? What minutes are now? A plant for a logo? Yep. Like a tree. Seahawks? No. Rams? No. Cardinals? No. 49ers? No. A plant? It's a lily flower. In an NFL logo? It's the whole logo? It's the entire logo. Is a lily flower? I mean, I would just be throwing out guesses. Maybe 20 seconds. Not the Titans. No. Not a lily flower. Not the Raiders. Not the Colts. Packers. 5 seconds. I have no idea. Do you know what
Who looked better? 19 or 35. After that no job, I gotta go to 35, keep it alive. 20 or 37. And at the honest. Yeah, we gotta go 37. Straight to heaven. Jessica Alba, 18 or 44. Oh yeah, we gotta go for the phone. 18 or 48, Shakira. 48. 25 or 50, Eva Longoria. 25, keep them alive. 25.
Program that was before called the extraterrestrial program. And so I would probably hit that, but I would also want to know when I think of libraries, oh man, I mean, there's the Akashic record libraries. That would be great to find out, you know, where we came from, where we're going. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Yeah.
Look at this athleticism. This is really unprecedented. Look at this move.
It's very good. I'm really enjoying it. But the idea that, and I don't want to spoil anything, but the idea that you can have access to anything that you request, and as part of a plot point, I don't want to ruin it. I thought that's one of the first things I would say. I want to open the Vatican records and read what's in there. That interests me. Let's go back to the idea of traditional life. The way we look at these graphs may be completely different than the reality. And I want you to kind of explore that idea that there may be concepts outside of traditional life that we need to explore.
Sure. So my belief system was radically changed over the 8 years. Going down this rabbit hole, for lack of a better word. First, I started out thinking, okay, it's got to be some type of fusion. It's got to be some type of thing where they're going in black holes, etc. So maybe, but I'm feeling like at some point you start tweaking things. And by the way, during these documentaries, I had an experience I've never had on any film or documentary that I've ever done in the past, which is I used to go on to do these meditation retreats, and I would have my eyelids flutter. I felt like there was a lot of energy. That sounds very woo. But my ex and I were into that stuff at the time, and when I was editing this, my girlfriend would look over me across the room, and she would say, "What's going on?" And she would see my eyelids fluttering, and it was this weird thing. I know this really sounds cool, but it was this weird thing that I felt like when I was really deep into it, and time was going by, minutes, were actually hours. There were certain things that I was looking at, and one of them was that these crafts might be traveling. First of all, I do feel like they are organic. And I talked to Willis Ondo about this in, let's say, 2018, 2019, and he was in complete agreement that there was some form of organic aspect to these, and that they may be their own living structure. And so I started thinking about that, and thinking about the telepathy between, because where we're going and where our brains are headed, according to Dr. Michael Masters, we are going to become more and more clairvoyant. That's intuitive, and you see that we're going to have the capacity for that, based on the limited knowledge that we know of how the brain works and the ocular structure of our eyes and how that can develop. So if we're able to manipulate these crafts, you wouldn't need to have like a gear shift. You wouldn't even need to have a steering mechanism. It would just be intention. But there's two other things that came up for me. One of them is that I think these crafts, first of all, they're skipping time. You know this. When you look at as a case, and again, I look at all the cases that are out there and try to find corresponding things, like, again, it's my background. On crime shows, you got that yarn that goes from one bit of evidence to another. And what I'm seeing is, if you look at the case, the very famous case, and Nickerson's, Randall Nickerson's, the aerial phenomena, you'll see that these kids describing beings that they saw as seeming to skip in time when they were coming up to approach them. And that got me thinking, are these crafts just skipping time?
And so what we're perceiving is that they're moving along, and maybe at the speed that they're moving along at, but when they really want to relocate themselves, it looks like it's moving fast, but it's just really skipping time. And so if you're able to do that and manipulate time, then you can make left-hand turns like that. And so the other thing is people have seen deceased loved ones on or near craft. So if that's possible, then what if they figured out these non-human intelligence? What if they figured out a way to travel through the astral plane? So they're able to see them, and then it kind of shimmers, people describe, just as they've seen ghosts. We apply everything to the witnesses of ghosts to UFOs, and it's the same exact thing with regards to, they'll say they see a loved one, and they look up so slowly they touch them. Same with these craft, and then they just disappear. And so I think it's something that, again, we talk about physics. There are physics that whenever I hear a quantum physicist, as an example, talk about, oh, we don't have that, that's not how physics work, I laugh because it's like, oh my God, the universe. Please allow for us to evolve into higher forms of physics, things that we don't even understand. And physics may become an outmoded term. It could be something else completely. And so we have to really be, like I said, agnostic. We have to think the possibilities are endless.
I think that's important to point out when you have to accept that there are unknowns that you are unknown to you. You have to accept that we can't be so arrogant to think we know everything there is at this point in time. Because if we didn't actually believe that, we wouldn't have any advancements to where we are today. Just from our own history, we understand our understanding changes over time of a lot of things. So to say that our understanding of physics, or how the world, or how the universe works, or how it may not work, that could absolutely change in the future. Then the concept of them traveling through time is an interesting one too, because you look at time as a dimension, and when you talk to some people that have witnessed this phenomenon, they talk about how they didn't feel any air or thrust. It thinks that when we think about something lifting off the ground, there would be a fine amount of air and thrust to try to propel it up in the air, but they don't feel that sort of thing. It moves in a way that we don't expect, or things that we're used to. So that's a common thread with people I'm guessing you talk to. They all have these common experiences that could be pointing us in the right direction for our understanding.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I go to these conventions and talk about this, I'm equally interested in what the audience has to say, because they've got their own theories that they can munch on, and they don't have a venue which to articulate them. And so, when I pull all this together, I keep finding that it feels like everyone wants to see the movie, right? And the movie is, whether you want to call it Arrival or Close Encounters, E.T., etc., they want to see the movie of us being able to communicate with them. They want that image, they want that experience. And all we're getting right now, intentionally so, I believe, are teasers. We're barely getting a trailer for what's to come. So the people who may be experiencing more of it, like are getting sneak previews of this movie, of this, full disclosure community, if you will, with these NHIs, non-human intelligence, are the experiencers. And so that's why it was important also to cover them in these documentaries, and it's actually the main focus of the next documentary that's coming. And I don't mean by experiences by just people who have been abducted. I'm talking about victims and the way they perceive things. As an example, if you look at Commander Fravor, he looks at this tic-tac craft, and what does he say? The first thing he says when he notices it is he says, "It turned and looked at me," and he does that sound effect. He turns and looks at me. He didn't say the craft pivoted, rotated, and started facing me. He says, "It looks at me." So that is basically applying consciousness to this thing that was aware of it. That is telling. So it's kind of like, a riddle.
And as much as we want to get, again, to the finish line, we want to get to see that movie, I think that in order for us to fully be able to integrate with these beings, we've got some work to do, evolution-wise.
Yeah. That's interesting. Why don't you think they're helping us? If evolution is what is needed to bridge the gap between where we are today and where they are, why aren't they helping us more to bridge that gap?
Okay, well, here's my answer for that. And this is something Hal put out there. He has got a couple of theories on this. That they might be helping us, that they have helped us to advance, which I kind of question. Why would an advanced species give us any type of technology when we're still a boring species? How do you separate, like, I want clean technology? I think that's kind of a win-win for everyone. However, we weaponize everything. So how do you figure out a way to do clean technology that removes the components of it being able to possibly harm us? And if we give them, like you said, suggested that we've had crafts that have been found, and sometimes they've been called gifted to us, I kind of question them because I think, why would they give us technology that could maybe hurt them? You know, if we have these crafts, we can fly parallel with them. And so it's kind of like if you have, you know, for lack of a better analogy, you've got a boring group of people, and you want them to advance. So you give them a car. These people are used to, you know, riding on horses and everything. Now they're going to be traveling into your space. And so I feel like that doesn't make sense, even though there's great testimony and stuff that supports that. I feel like, yes, but it's got to come with caveats. So I feel like, why would they help us? We have to meet halfway in the bridge. We've got a lot of work still to do. And so I feel like, you know, again, what I've said, you know, maybe this technology is like an IQ test. When we get these crash crafts, we've got to put it together. We can do that, maybe not with the win award, but maybe we've learned something, right? And so my feeling on that is we can't figure out human IQ watching 10 minutes of CNN or Fox News. They don't need to get us crap to see us. They don't have to go to that information.
Well, certainly there would have to be some people that they would trust with this, right? Do you think maybe there are active communications going on to some level that we just don't know about? If it's that part of the unknown equation where there could be someone working on something right now, as far as we know, and we just don't know about it.
Well, I talk about it in Light Beyond Earth, where we actually give examples, and some of these examples, great examples of how NASA and Russia's space program were started by two people who believed that they had gotten the information from non-human intelligence. So there's precedents for this happening in the past. These are, you know, folded under downloads. We might have called them back in the day views, if you will, but to use, you know, verbiage from similar time, we would say it was a download. And so it feels like there is some contribution area going where
Athleticism, folks. Look at this move. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? This woman sucks.
Then he was on Mad TV, but Brian Caleb wanted to move because he got canceled.
What is this athleticism?
Brendan Schaub Brian Caleb is moving, and then he has to move because, well, the podcast is like kind of work, but these guys are fucking stupid. This is straight up stupid. I guess that's my point. When I saw it, I was like,
Just this athleticism.
Because the fact that they're so pathetic, I feel like they gotta speaking of this, they gotta suck up the tea or cat references. They gotta suck up the tea of Joe Rogan. So they gotta move to Austin because their whole career is based on. I mean, it used to not be. Brian Kelly used to have his own career. Yeah, I mean, for a long time he was more popular with Brian. I mean, more than Joe Rogan. He was on TV shows, he was on Man TV, blah, blah. But now he's not. So he was moving. I think I canceled anyway. And so Brandon Shaw was like, I guess I got to move too to be closer to the mothership.
This is me on a first date explaining to a girl, Brendan Shaw.
It does kind of have that vibe. Yeah. Just like kind of explaining, like, and this is really interesting stuff. This is what happened.
It's more covered on my surface. And then Amy Lennon works with the company store. So, yeah, for sure that's me.
So I come out of the door and I'm like, that one is.
And then while I'm on the first date, Apple Dude was at the bottom saying cash out.
Cool guys, they were so smart.
Oh, fucking cool. First of all, they could do the show like I do the show. They could do live stream, and they could do once in a while. Like they could even do a Korean does, like once in a while, once a month, you do it in person. But supposedly, where they do the show is from a storage unit. So you can get a storage unit anywhere in Texas, probably like next to nothing. They do the studio, and they don't have to live there, so they can just do it from there, and then it's empty the rest of the month. But this is fucking sad, man. Like, your family? I mean, because it's Father's Day weekend, will your family be like, yeah, we gotta move because Brian's moving? But again, if they had any sense, they would just do a show like this, and they could just live stream. Just the way I used to do the show with Levy or Chad or Adam. They don't have to be in the same location, and then they could get super chats. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about Brian Kalin and the Brandon Shaw, and so I don't watch their show, but I'm sure it's all tuckered out in terms of like any hot topics. The only hot topic now is really like these guys are not doing well. So, and the fact that he's like heartbroken, that's fucking heartbroken. I mean, listen, I'm on soul. According to Dave Bob, but this to me is because I do have a family, so this is heartbreaking to me that these guys would move. I mean, Brian Kalin wanted to move. He's been talking about forever. But this guy's from LA. He's not from, he's from LA. He became friends with Rogan, I guess, through boxing or MMA. And then he started doing stand-up because he was friends with Rogan. But to move to a fucking shitty podcast, and their podcast is not doing well. So again, they can just do it like this. They can live stream, and they can reach it. They have more active chat, more active super chats. They can make a little bit of life. A lot of them would be insulting them. But the fact that this guy moved and now he's heartbroken, that's fucking heartbreaking. Happy Father's Day, everybody. I mean, the Zorks are probably have a fucking, listen, man. Unless your company says you gotta move, moving is not ideal. Unless your company moves or you get fired, you gotta get a new job. But he didn't get fired. He can still do the show. You don't have to do your show like the old days, sitting with another guy, sitting with Bobby Kelly. That ship has sailed anyway. That's fucking played out. Sitting in a studio with a couple of guys and riffing, it's fucking pathetic. But Brian Kalin was gonna move, but the fact that Brandon Shaw dragged his fucking family, and they're probably miserable. That's probably why he's heartbroken.
It's for hours. It's a good, yeah. I mean, and also it's like, damn, Kevin Reddick was crazy. Yeah, he's telling it like it is to Porsche. Stuff you didn't think about. They probably are. It's a step down. They were the celebrities' kids in LA. Now they're Brendan Shaw's kids.
He was watching his I know, it's so funny we did this for 6 minutes straight.
Life is fucking like depressed as shit. I don't know. From the comments I've read on the Reddit, he definitely has a son because I guess he's his baseball coach. He's got it's fucking.
We've been watching this clip for so long, and I've actually sent $10 to Apple.
I mean, it's subtle, kids are resilient, blah, 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 for the same time, but still. I stand with Jack Brennan. Again, do I have guilt about the cat thing? No. Would I have guilt if I was Brandon Schaub? Yes. And the fact that you're waiting for fucking Joe Rogan to call you, that's fucking sad. And then Joe Rogan's gonna be like, oh, these guys are all moving. At first, Joe Rogan was all excited, everybody was moving, and now he's probably like, holy shit, they're all moving. They're all dependent on me. Holy fuck.
Oh my god, I bet you that goes on for another 20 minutes too. Wow. Well, anything you want to say? No, I think he said it all. Did you hear about that? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville is the new host of Fear Factor.
Right. I mean, Chop was in the running, like you said. Thank you for telling us that, right? Yeah, I mean, it probably would have been Brennan Schaub if but Knoxville's like friends with the producers or whatever.
No, I mean, what should Johnny Knoxville do? What should Johnny Knoxville do?
Yeah, you're right.
You got something right here. Oh. Got it. It's on your mustache now. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's see here. What's next? Oh, shit. How long before
it's parking cars at the mothership? The door guy.
Sam's goalie.
How long before Bobby is parking cars at the mothership?
What do you think?
Say good morning.
I mean, I was going to ask a question.
Jam to the rabbi, jam to the gabbai, jam to the shiva, jam to the rabbitson,
Oh, yeah. I'll be a janitor.
jam to the rabbitson, jam to the rabbit, jam to the rabbi, jam to the gabbai, jam to the rabbit, jam to the rabbitson, jam to the shiva.
I got one. What's your first
grandson, Yosef our anonymous Twitter sponsor in the secrets for all of our children.
I got the last one.
I was in Thunder, Abram's mother, Sarah, Raina Basco, Shua Heschel, it's always got to keep that running.
I'm laughing at bathroom song. Bathroom song guy definitely sounds
Nice afro, lady.
made the right choice
Love
by
it.
deleting the second one. You were right the first time, Victor.
Oh, wow. A lot of different people voting different things. Make sure to vote in the poll and make sure you like the video. Let's see what the fuck we're at. 100%. Let's see here. Let me find the next challenge to clip up here.
You take a piss and Brendan Schaub hands you a mint and then is mad that you don't tip him. Oh, you don't tip him? Okay. I didn't need your help to wash my hands.
This one goes by Icarus Lives. We haven't seen him in a minute. Habanero.
The nature of
Let's see.
So remember again, we saw about the class A, it's a lot of prohibition, and then that prohibition has an accompanying assay, which allows us to go ahead and essentially fix the law. So if a person fails to perform the assay, then the Pash does the high malchus. In a general sense, the person is not going to be high malchus when they go ahead and violate the assay. Sorry, when they violate the law. And the reason for that is because they have the assay to be able to fix it. Now, what happens if a person doesn't go ahead and perform the assay? They're on high malchus. So the shaila becomes at what point is a person going to be high malchus? At what point do we call it non-performance of the assay? So this was Amachokis of Yochanan and Rishakish. So Yochanan said, Vital Chayiv, Lo Vital Pater. Essentially, if you do something which fundamentally precludes the performance of the assay. So, for example, in the case that we were,
I think it was like some truck that
and destroyed the store.
Sometimes it's like a bad truck. Sometimes it's so funny you can't leave it last beat.
You cannot return a stolen item. It's a local nice again. I just got to switch the purposes. Not
I still think examples.
Versus the judge says,
this is like Zoran Mamdani versus
not performance.
You think so? We'll see.
You remember that token is opening a mothership in NYC? Is that wow. Shout out to Paul C. Lou Thomas. So what here, we can trust by Stone is very interesting. Marcel Hasra is something Hasra. Marcel Hasra is something Loshma Hasra.
No one says, would you rather a third Trump term or Ron Reicher for president? Maybe as clear as I possibly can. I would try to live through a third Trump presidency. First Reicher for president is automatic, fouled over shotgun territory.
Yeah, man. Luke's intensity is crazy.
No, but it's funny intensity.
Yeah, it's funny.
There's no world where I want to live where he has access to this bloated, drunk oaf. Never said a funny thing in his life. Oh my god, dude. He doesn't mind going hard on Kreischer, but he won't on Chop.
Yeah, I go up. Yeah, Kreischer's got a. He's not as.
So therefore, it's
Nice and falsetto. If he were to become president, I would absolutely. Jim Norton used to own the URL eatthebullet.com. I would buy it and then live stream my suicide.
Oh my god. Just when you thought it could get more intense.
Dude, Luke is awesome. Fuck yeah. Shout out to Luke. View count is in trouble. B, we're in the end game now. Posted by Johnny underscores. Oh my god. This is the chicken.
Okay, that's what it's supposed to be.
British child advice on
what's the Hasra? If you go ahead and
Brian Callen shows his nuts.
well, that's not totally true. Why?
Reacting to collar of fire attack suspect.
What's the essay? So you marry her.
Oh, and those are reviews?
So you think if you go ahead and divorce her, and then you also do
Our thoughts
something
on watching
forever prohibited from marrying her to your title. So let's say let's call that Hasra something. In other words, the way Hasra works, the Hasra has to
Gives a fuck about that, dude. Boy, you order the barbecue restaurant.
not a lot of buses. And not in
Wow.
that way also.
I used to think Denver had the best barbecue. I was so wrong. Texas has the best barbecue.
Oh shit, George Janko. Brandon Chop is the only reason he is yet to host Saturday Night Live, posted by Dazzling Rabbit 633.
How come you never even tried something to show myself? On the other hand,
think I need to get more famous.
How does this work? Living by the rules, married her. Now he's got to divorce her. So he goes ahead and the witnesses say, you may, if you divorce her, you're going to
My favorite chili.
So great.
I think he'd be great on this.
I think he should host us for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if fucking, what's his name? Tesla guy, Elon Musk, he did terrible.
If he does not put another comply with the essay by that time, he will get money. Now, what does that show you?
Yeah.
It's like something. Let's see what it says actually.
Let's see what they think.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Revive SNL.
I'd watch it.
Eric, when are you going to mother Shop's trying to get the guys to do a live show and Chris isn't having it posted by Jim Corden.
Eric, when are you at the mothership?
Oh, I just did it, so it's probably not going to be till next year. But you know, I want to do like Eric and Friends or whatever it is like that. I can do,
One of the two options.
Chill out, Luke.
How many gets it until the essay? Now,
it's someplace else. I don't know. But we want to come out. We need to come out and come out there just to be with you there. You know,
We do a live show at the Vulcan or something. That'd be dope.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's just hovering around forever.
Chris is not Shop that's not monologue is my dream.
Oh, yeah. Think about that.
Shout out Brian Wolf. Shout out Wiley Harris. What do you want to do? SNL monologue on Shop or no?
So, it's good to be here on Saturday. I don't normally go out on Saturdays, so that
So essentially,
New York is
the
different.
I actually watched the SNL movie they did on Netflix, and I forgot how gay everyone is.
New York is North Korea with a train.
So how old is he?
New York is like Moscow with salsa on it.
I
like it, dude. I can't do shots with I like Chris Lee's reaction here, though.
Doing the Vulcan or something, that'd be dope.
Yeah, let's do that. Rock show. Whatever.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
No, I am into it.
I don't like your attitude.
Okay, I was thinking about something else. And I was thinking about how I have to get this an actual remedy thing that the doctor told me. It's called Unca. Sorry.
For what?
Unbelievable. Thanks for watching Golden Hour. See you next week.
Piss your pants.
Alright, see you guys.
I don't know if it's a bit or he really has to get a natural remedy for something. Yeah, more than doctor advice
Victory. Shout out to you. Never been happier about posting my super secret tape.
They look like they're on like some kind of redacted Love Island or something.
Don't look at it. Okay, giving a lot of British shop content these last couple days, of course, never having good pictures together.
It also looks like they peed on the floor.
That's hilarious.
An accident.
Or water.
Is a very strange one.
What are the shoes?
Oh, yeah.
As long as the guys
Balenciaga.
and there's no right? There's no like statute of limitations.
Just cannot stop
just
this one.
runs.
Yeah,
It just
crazy.
runs. I'm not going to so we can't go ahead and
Let's see
do
here.
that.
Stream is starting to lag. Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Xbox is right now, but I think it's audio only. The audio is pretty good. We've already watched that. We listened to that. Brandon Shop is a tour of his new studio. Wait, are they in fact in a storage unit? What the fuck? Dazzling Rabbit 633. I feel like I've seen this because somebody DM'd it to me immediately.
So we got a little tour of the studio. So it's a little bit chaos right now. There's there, King Special Edition. There's
I like whoever recorded this. It was 1 in the morning. 1 in the morning. They're at. Oh, I thought they were at less better.
What is his
Race Polaris.
so to speak, or
He has to drive fast all gas, ultimate dad with us, and that's a giveaway.
Let's go
I'll drive it, because I don't want to wreck it. Jumping deep in 170. Seems absolute monster, but don't go straight. Got the cool lights that every car influencer has.
Because he has the whole day in order to be able to eat it. Right? So what are you going to say? If you don't,
That's right. You're revealing a little too much.
Today, you're going to be high about this, but again,
trust in that
requires this level
Yeah,
of
this is MSNBC.
and again, that's last year. It's the last something.
He's not a huge fan.
Yeah.
And then he has to
And King is the new Kibitek. Kibiteks in LA.
again, so just want to point out what's happening over here. Well, let's just
King Shock?
so
King Shock.
I leave that to you.
I am.
This is really
Most
right? So remember, how did this start? I have a lot of
horsepower,
I have a
bunch of boxes. I gotta wrap today. Rain fridge.
Oh, the rain fridge is there.
Once that
Rain
happens,
fridge.
ultimately then he has an obligation to
That's
marry her,
it.
and he is not allowed to divorce her.
Shoot a rain
In the
fridge
event
right here.
that he divorces her and wants to have a
That
home,
on it.
he has an
And then
say
they have the
to
new chairs
marry
there.
her. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
can you
called a
imagine, like,
blessing. Now,
How
granted,
happy your girl
just
will
to
be,
be
like,
clear,
she comes home and she sees a rain fridge.
in Yokohama's world, there wasn't really called the La Panita Clase,
Like,
but Yokohama was
she might
called
never
the
sleep
Salosa, so
Probably.
she's
Cracking
Clase,
rains.
but even on the side for
Just
now.
coming
La
all the
Panita
time.
Clase.
Coming
So
left
once they
and
say
right.
now, remember again,
Coming over, coming left
yeah,
and right.
it goes back to the mechanics of
Boys and Pet Pack that's here.
There was at
And
one
here, straight up shopping here for driving some gas.
Oh, shop like car shop, not like I we can go there. No, so when he said that, I got a little hard. Not gonna lie. He's like, yeah, we can buy vessel gas stuff in your storage unit. He does like what's that show where they do the storage wars? Yeah. So the fighter is the storage unit.
Essentially, only at the point that you fighter is the storage unit.
Yeah, but I was just laughing at Kid saying that's the fire in the storage unit. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I gotta fix this. Oh, damn, they're rolling in. Yeah, that's like
Folks, I don't know if you're watching this at home or from wherever you're watching it, but have you ever seen a motherfucker so athletic? I mean, this motherfucker is just like scratching himself, taking boogers, rolling boogers, allegedly picking boogers. Look at this move. Look at this move. Allegedly. I'm gonna stand, and when I do, you're gonna fucking freak.
Alright, let's see where we're at now.
What is this?
Chile's tries content lately has been off the fucking charts. I gotta get back on it. Yeah. Mama and the rest of the hacks will still move to Texas. They move anywhere Toe goes. Joe Rogan's friends in Austin, Texas. You gotta watch that. Okay, I'm gonna watch that in a way. Excellent. Yeah.
Dog. Look at this athleticism.
By the way, before we get to the gym girl, it's too late for gym
What's up, Dr. Thunder? How you living, man? What motherfucker? You know, this bitch is Scorpio. Scorpio loves me.
So it's also like, that's a you're of age to have a midlife crisis right now. Exactly. I'm shocked that if anyone in this room hasn't had a midlife crisis, it's not Chad. I think Chad at midlife was at the peak, like he was the height of T-Fat K. Everything was going well. Oh, it was amazing. So that was such Sydney coasted right through. That was such a wild time. Dude, I would go to freaking literally just go to Ralph's and multiple, not the same. At the same time.
As comedians, what do you think is harder to watch? Buddy bapping on stage and you dying, or a soldier watching his buddy get bound free and you dying?
Oh my god, dude. Cool, dude. What the fuck? Get out of here. That's thank you for the money, but that's wild. Oh, what do you want to answer that? It's sure. The latter. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be the devil's commissary or whatever, but I think the former. Oh, really? It's really hard to watch a film on stage and say because the guy is right. No, for sure. Watching somebody for real die would be hardcore. I did like David Spade's book, where he kept saying, like, he kept using we were like soldiers and he kept commenting on, like, don't you get that? That's if you were like a soldier from the amputees, how people use that as a reference point. Yeah, maybe when it was the worst moment of your life, and you're just referencing, like, having a bad brunch. There's a trick question. It's, you can't have friends. There's only 250 other guys. That's it. Savages, there's no friends.
So grocery store over here, dude, if I don't care, I was walking out proud and shit. Now that they're like, what's your name? They make you pay for stuff. Yeah, well, you make sure we start find the kid. You guys can meet. Oh, what's up, two bellies? That's so cool either. Did you just say you had
No, I did a vlog.
Look at this athleticism, folks.
Coffee on my first coffee. Sip of coffee on my second coffee.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that makes sense. Really funny. Buy 2 pounds, you said 2 coffee. I know, I'm saying it's not mine.
You have 2 pounds of that, dude? Yeah, you gotta come over. Oh my god. What the fuck? You have 2 pounds? Yeah. I have no yarn. Nothing. I mean, I was gonna start because with my belt, it's kind of stuck. You can only stand up. Not enough space. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have a tiny freedom.
I like that. I have no
Folks,
yarn.
look at this athleticism.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
And it's like so close to my mouth.
It's good shit.
I literally jumped out of my apartment.
Look at this move. Boom.
The tent's back. I think we talked about on the Patreon. The tent's fucking back, dude. Let's see here. I don't know how that caught on. I mean, he explains how they caught on. And who started it? Setting Harbor.
Oh, yeah, Sitting Harbor. What is that?
Oh, he's got
Yes. Yeah, we're still worried about it.
Something that
Alrighty, you seen that one? Uh-oh, Texas bill for my mommy in full effect. Still payable. Financial skid, $49,600. We've seen that one. We've seen that. We've seen that. Who says they can't book guessing when we're worried about defect? Postman Mountain Pepper, 35
I just moved to Las Vegas. I'm trying to find my legs.
So we're not sure. Now they have
fake fantasy.
That's the dream. The railroad tracks.
That's great. Shout out to you, the Harris. So good.
I'll do the fake Rogan. But I am really laughing. I am really laughing.
Does anyone think that Randy Travis gets hiccups? Why? Who knows?
Where can I buy the stock in that? These things are movies. Industry tribal.
That's called
What's it called? This is hosted by Haphazard, dude. Oh, sick.
Look at this athleticism.
Dude, Haphazard. No sarcasm, dude. Let's be cool, alright?
Yeah, here we are, baby. Back, we're back. And I want to apologize for leaving again. But it's only 10 days. I miss 10 days. It's 2 weeks. You're missing 2 weeks. I'm not missing 2 weeks. I'm missing, no, can you come back on Tuesday? Well, we'll come back on Wednesday, yeah. Right? No, we'll get a podcast in that week, so it'll be 3 shows, I guess. 3 shows. A total of 3. 4. You come back on Wednesday, then film on Thursday. Yeah, we'll film on Thursday. But you know what? Hey, look at me. We're filming on Thursday, but guess what? We'll get it in. That'll be on Thursday. We'll do it Thursday morning. And then, so we only miss 3. Maybe.
We
missed 3. Like next week, so while you're gone, what are you going to do?
I'm going with an extended family. It's every June.
You're so
It's just so sad. Wow, dude. Shout out to you, Brad Wolf. Thank you very much. So sad. Why is Josh just pissed off?
It's weird to say it's gay. Even for shots, I was weird. Like if you ever go to Ohio or parts of yeah, with your family.
Well, it's my whole family though. It's my dad, he's 85. Like cruises? Well, we take it's a high-end cruise.
I'm kind of on shop side though. You don't go on cruises. No, because I just it's not it doesn't sound appealing to me. Me neither. And the way Oakland explained it to me is that what's good is you don't need to move. You get to go to places where you don't have to move your luggage. Which always you
Bob that dazzles us again with unrelenting redemption.
Thank you, Curtis. Shit, Alex, thank you. What's it called? Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of cruises. And it's a family tradition, so you can go on cruises that way, I guess. I think a high-end cruise sounds okay. Maybe if you're going someplace really cool. But I mean, it's more about being trapped in the boat.
Yeah, I went on one cruise when I was of age to drink, and I just got fucked up every day. And went to Alaska.
Yeah,
It was cool seeing Alaska, but it was like people on I mean, like, sorry, on that particular show. And it wasn't even a cruiser, it was like a nice older people or larger. Granted, I'm not like a fucking Wally.
Is this real?
You know what I mean? Right. It was like Wally.
Yeah. I mean, I like the idea of like being fucked up. I'm kind of a trashy guy.
I'm sober now.
That's true. It's not for you.
Wait, if I go on a boat, I'll
It would be very tempting. I mean, everyone's walking around like coladas. That's the thing I truly was just like. Then when I went to the all-inclusive resort, I was just walking around like a pina colada on one hand and a Miami Vice the other, and just like not pretty. Almost drowning.
Two things I no, but this is a great because it's about the kids. You know, it's great.
But yeah, 2 weeks we just got it, so that's cool. But I got Tim Kennedy filming next week.
That's a very good film.
And then I'll probably have Catherine film.
These are good films. Let's be honest. What the fuck am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna do? You know what you gotta do? What? Just show up. That's right.
However, is the replace and for not being yes? The answer is yes. Just depends when. According to
Brian Wolf pulled a thief for Sutherland.
Everyone's stealing that from shop. Yeah, because Man Lehman put that up here.
It turns out that
Yeah, it's a thing we say on the show.
We saw
These
that.
two now that is Australia. We are saying
One day ago, the official DFAC page started a whopping 25 days for the rap show. One day ago, this is a photo of the closet.
It's all about like, I mean, you know about costumes. That's kind of fun. I think that this is maybe the one thing that's a little bit redeemable is that he is like doing history, you know. Like, this is ridiculous to wear this, but it's also ridiculous to wear the mechanics of it. I'm for this. You are. I like it. I was surprised when we first started doing the show. You used to do a lot more of that back in the day. Interviews, wigs, costumes, Island Boys for a while. Yeah, whatever.
You don't have to talk to me.
You got a lot of ideas. Hey, you come here. I'm leaving Austin. Yeah, I might
Comedy Rap Pack was never real, hosted by XO543.
Joe Rogan. So before I hit the
But he doesn't give a shit about any of that. He just does whatever the fuck he wants, and then sometimes it works.
he does whatever he wants, and he's the leader of the pack. But he's also the reason why we embrace each other. And 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, at the top store, just they called me Rap Pack. And we were the Rap Pack. We were the guys. Every show was sold out. Our names on the marquee. And then the pandemic hit. And the leader of the Rap Pack, Joe Rogan, although we're not in LA, we got a rally. Let's rally around each other. And it broke my heart. It broke my sense. No, I thought we were all gonna fight. I thought we were what happened. I thought we were all gonna fight. Where did you guys go? You left me. We weren't. No, we weren't. You guys don't have to work. You can help. And then when we need your help, you guys know we're here. Everybody will take care of the other one.
Really? Does that sound like a deal you would make?
That sounds like a deal you make. One night while you're drinking. I don't deal. Shout out to the none of that matters on the class type 2 cruise.
Okay. Sweet.
It's together. Yeah, exactly. But it needed to be fucking hit. Fuck you.
But you gotta forget.
Sure.
People are afraid. And they don't know. I don't know. I don't even think about it. But also, fuck you.
I like how he has to get that out. He's like, I don't care. Fuck you. Amazing.
We were in this together. Like, hey, you promised. I took it away. It's golden age, and what we were doing was so special. We took it for granted, and I didn't realize at the time how special it was. In my theater, where my fish tank are, I have 4 pictures from those days. Frozen moment. That was the best time ever.
Yeah. Listen, this is the best life.
This is the best life for guys.
No, 100%.
We are the luckiest fucking people that have ever lived.
Like, you had Jimmy Carr on, and he was talking like I'm doing this today, and I'm going to Chappelle's thing, and I'm doing Kill Tony, and I'm doing the Mothership, and I'm doing an arena in fucking Scandinavia. I mean,
The best life.
what life?
The best life. It's a take on anything and everything. It's like,
It has an accompanying assay. Even if that assay
How long have we been on here for?
below sunset,
An hour and a half.
Oh, yeah, hour 46.
Damn. What I thought was funny about that was He's talking like, I thought we were going to fight. I thought we were going to fight. He said, then now we're going to do He did all the things we had him. Yeah, dude. I mean, you know what's crazy? Chopper just kept his that's like if you watch Chopper. Everyone wants to see the but it's kind of crazy. Like Eddie Murphy, a lot of things. Everybody wants to do things. He's always kind of like flirting with it, even though now like, I can't do it. Everybody talks about it. The worst of all time. Dude, you don't stop at your greatest clip.
How many Stanley Cups are part of the
Only one I know. I got this big tree of lemons. I'm thirsty. I like to taste it. I'm not going to go outside. What's next? Monday Stadium. Come on. That's true. Yeah, I mean, those are special time. Those chairs are gone. We use them to make lemonade.
Guys, we got to get Shot back on the stomping pad, dude. He needs to get back to doing stand-up comedy.
It's just crazy not to do it. I mean, it's what he was born to do. He's wanted to do it since he was a child. He's a brief period where he sold comic books out of his mom's closet to old men that his mom liked to his house. And after that, it was all he wanted to get SNL. He was trying to do comedy with Joe Rogan and Brian Callen. Brendan Schaub and Friends is one of my favorite comedy stand-up shows. And, you know, part of it is truck stuff.
Kill the mother.
I'm sorry, that could be just going to food trucks and eating food.
They randomly have a
Pizza place.
Yellow telephone
Donuts on
line.
the shirt. Donuts are true.
Anyways, well, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for T-Most. Yeah, shout out to you guys for coming through here. We appreciate the likes, but we can use a little more. Always.
Yeah. How about one of you join the Patreon? Only one, not more than one. Not more than one.
Well, turn away everyone else. Just
You can hit the thing where you accept it, we'll deny it.
Garfield. Hell yeah, long episode, 8 inches long.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Later.
If he divorces his wife, he can remarry her. But he can only marry her so long as what? She does not marry someone else. The moment she marries someone else, you're not allowed to, you can't do that. And no one can do that. That's not allowed. So many of the keys over here is very the constitution of another man. Where does that carry? So how does that work?
Welcome back to 10 Minutes of Shop.
Folks,
That's the way. Join the Patreon.
just athletic as fuck.
Join the Reddit. On the Patreon this week, we watched Joe List's special. Joe List, small.
So public measure, again, I won't say this is getting into Shula's territory and transaction. And a public measure ultimately, again, has teeth to it. Which was when we come on number neder should the rather in Rafara. That's why the birth decree that says that a neder out in public doesn't have revocation. But according to the opinion that says that it does have revocation, what is there to say? Alright, so also without wading into the specifics of these types of neder, the Meretz Hashem, where we will get to this as well. Halacha, when I say again, there's what's called a neder. A
a nether-shaped universe, which is a public nether. Literally, again, a nether made in front of 10 people, in front of our rabbin, versus a nether sugar out das rabbin.
Dog.
Das rabbin essentially is a nether that is built.
This is the worst.
Right? So that nether has even stronger teeth.
What the fuck is this? The worst.
According to some, that does have application, but that's what doesn't. So again, it makes this type of nether, then so that ultimately preclude him from remarrying her. Then he would be actively Mavashal. Say that would be the case of Bittel. So you might say, so just showing another case. The Sulaka, I don't know the case, I can't remember. The Gemara made a statement. Ze'aklal, kol mitzvahs, lo tzaseh shishma kumaseh, in chayav another. Like any positive commandment, right, or just excuse me, any prohibition, any law that has an accompanying assay, if you perform the assay, you're not chayav malchus. The corollary to that is, and if you don't perform the assay, or you negate the assay, you will be chayav malchus. So remember again, the Gemara said this to Rabbi Rothschild, says there's two examples of this, right? Shiloh, Hakam, and Ones. What's really? One two examples. On our other examples, I'm going to run through all these things. Gezal. What about theft? Rachmana sings all. Torah says don't steal, but then also gives an accompanying law. Right? Go to a joint stolen object. Mashko, collateral. Rachmana Amar, no sabo alfe. So about bonuses under certain circumstances, you are not allowed to take collateral. You're not allowed to take collateral, right? And then what does it say? Hashim Tashilo, let's say you did. Right? Let's say if I buy a poor person, buy an almono, you're not allowed to take collateral. Let's say you take collateral. So that's how you value the lot. Then there's an assay. What's the assay? Tashay, lo. How about Kibo Hashemesh? The kind of
if you want to know what we think about Joe, not Joe Rogan, Joe List, tune into the Patreon. Also, the reason that we're here today, T-Most Live, I want to admit something to you guys and gals. This is too hard for me to talk about. I've usually not been this vulnerable on the podcast. Today I'm going to admit I've never actually read a comment. I've never seen any of the comments, so I told Gerardo, I said, why don't we have it live so we can read the comments live during the show? I just want to see what it's like to read the comments. So yeah, I think we can check in on some of the comments. This could be a major mistake on my part so far, because I've never actually seen a comment. I know how to read, yes. I know how to read a comment and stuff like that. It's not like, I'm not that guy. But anyway, so read the comments. So, Kitty says, save that for raccoon please, and we're not doing that anymore. Okay? Shirley Goon, and then NSFW chat, and we don't say Miguel that should be any longer. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're doing that now. I'm excited to do it. This time, 2 weeks later, every day of the song. Thank you, we're all anyways, I mean, is that not why they're here? No, I think they're here for the time. I think it's time to start the timer. Are you guys ready to test the shot? Start the timer. That would be kind of fucked up. Yeah, we're going live, 2 times a month, and it's actually going to be 10 minutes. I just want to log on for 10 Alrighty, we're going to try to do those for the last 2 weeks because we just finished. This one is posted by Giants Fan 55. It's called Chin is officially homeless in Austin. On the latest episode of the Shop Show, the fighter at the camp Brennan keeps talking about how Chin has yet to find a place to live in Austin. It's almost like Shop is bullying him. Man, if I moved my entire operation 1,500 miles away, I'd help my Trey probably team. Oh, yeah, team. Trey find a place. Or how about this? An employee who's been with me for that long could crash my place for a few weeks until they got sacked. Chin has no home right now. How long until that becomes a homeless cat? If I were Chin, I'd be looking to jump ship as soon as possible, though. Through all of Brandon's beefs, Chin has always got kudos from the likes of Ariel Hawani and others. Or is it time for Chin to become a Texas serial killer? Whatever he decides, I hope he finds a place to live. Man, he has got to be regretting the move/life decision.
The one consistent thing about Shop, because he lies and changes everything, is that he will treat his employees poorly. Like, he doesn't pay them. He strangles them, they show up with neck braces. This is a very good point by Giants fan, the idea that you're a millionaire, you bought a mansion, your producer can't stay with you for a few days, your wife's not okay with that. Granted, he has 7 children, but it's still, that's the same as 4 wives. He's got a harem there, and it just seems fucked up that I would offer a producer a place to stay. I'd almost offer Chin a place to stay in Los Angeles. Yeah. So I mean, I don't even know the guy. I never met him.
You did always say almost, so it's not like a for sure thing. But you're thinking about it. At least Shop is like that.
Yeah, I gave it some consideration. Listen, it's nighttime, so there's going to be some real Shop stuff on the Shop.
Timo's what you call it? Somebody said you guys really chose the Texas movie to take a break. No, we chose the Texas movie to make a special for our first live.
Let me talk to you for a second. When you say take a break, what do you see right now? You guys working too much. Two white guys. One white guy. Two white boys that work too much. Oh, is it really fucking? God damn it. Are you fucking with us, or is it actually bad? It might just be your yes, dude. Listen, you gotta get a better computer. Okay, let's go to the next one. Just posted by Ronaldo Johnson. I think that's my dad. Called New Podcast Series Next to an Active Railroad. That's awesome. What is this fucking my cousin Vinny? Yeah, this is amazing. Why? Is this in their house or did they get a studio? I've been completely checked out. You don't know? I mean, that's crazy, dude. These are the things that you ask when you're looking for a spot. Is there an airplane that flies over? I do a podcast. Are there trains? Or you at least check. You send out a scout to scout locations. No wonder Chin doesn't have a house. I'm taking it back. Chin doesn't deserve a house. I'm glad he's homeless. Hey, boss, let's move into this place near a train station. We do a podcast. They're so fucking dumb.
Alright, so the people that I trust are saying that the audio is kind of blockbuster, but so it's going to be like that this week. I'll fix it before next in 2 weeks.
That's too bad. Yeah, I mean, it's the first time we're going live. I think maybe we watched Gringo Property live, which was the greatest time for many of us in our lives. So we'll get back to it.
Alrighty, so that was great. I guess it's next to an active railroad. A message here for Chin. Okay, so this was posted by 7-digit called A Message for Chin.
Dear Chin, it's time to grow some balls. Instead, hire some lawyers and sue Papa for everything he's worth. I hope you remember that he neck cranked Made fun of her for having to wear a brace. They never took responsibility for putting you in that brace.
Laughing at him.
Oh yeah, Jake, you don't need this thing. Check you need it. He says he does need it. I don't know what you're doing. Does it help, Jim? Yeah, does it raises your neck up? He's a terrible boy. You're a James, though. We care about you, Jim. Don't Brett Dumb Schwab and never look back. It would be the best decision of your life, buddy. Trust me. Also, on a side note, you should prank Brenton before you leave. Anyway, prayers for Jen, everyone. Prayers for Jen.
Even though I just saw, I said, fuck him, that video completely changed. Can you imagine, because he's Chin's boss. I have employees, I have staff. If one of them came in a brace, and I was like, look at that, that's hilarious. You don't need that. You don't need, everyone look, just saying that would be enough to be like, I get fired or sued. But he's laughing at him at Chin in the neck brace that he made a cause. That is crazy.
I haven't seen. Have you seen any of the new set at all? Other than that, we just watched.
No, man, I took a moratorium from the Reddit. Well, that's not true. I look at our Reddit, so I see shop posts, but I haven't seen much to say they get up for this lot.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen anything either. It's been 2 weeks without Jay.
I know, it feels weird. You know, we're getting used to it. But it's pretty good to see the comments and changes. Like it's two things at once.
Marvel Readers and Fuck Shit, he's the new Miguel. Alright, so this was supposed to be like a meme time. It's called Every Homeless Cat Predicted This Exact Reaction. Just by Commute Time, but from Joanna's, what's it called? Instagram. Embarrassing is an understatement. Glad to not be in LA anymore, and people wanted to be heard. Let me tell you, this isn't the way. This is pathetic.
What do you think? Like, does she care a lot about the Lime scooters? Like, what is her? Why is she so? Wasn't she here illegally? Right? I mean, yeah.
She's definitely illegal, but you know, she's one of those illegals that is like, close the door, when she's the last one in. Right, what the hell? These immigrants, she starts talking like a cowboy. These goddamn immigrants.
Yeah, they're MAGA now. They're in Texas. So, yeah, this is part of the package. Cowboy boots. What else? Fucking country music. Yeah, we get it. Oh, thank you for subbing.
She's killing her own audience, dude, because... Dude, you don't think immigrants are into fucking thirst traps? You know what I mean? Right. Immigrants are the majority of your life. When you post a fucking picture of your banana apple hanging out.
Dude, absolutely. I was like, call it! But you're absolutely right. And on top of that, stack that over a week. His audience is like... I mean, the entire audience wasn't it like Mario Poppy? Your audience is Latina. And we all think that you're Latina. What's going on? What are we doing here?
What's going on? Who's doing this?
Why would he do that?
You know, the Nick Bull.
Oh, yeah, it's like Carlin Tucker Carlson.
Maybe to you. Alright, let's see what else we got here, dude. We got this. Okay, so this one's 15 days ago. So I think we didn't see this one yet. Callan is, okay, posted by Dazzling Rabbit 633. Callan is reviving his dead son upon Austin. He's laying the groundwork for the imminent TFAK divorce. I just wonder if he has the courage to pull the Bob plug. My podcast off limits is back. Kicking it off with Eric Weinstein, and you're not going to want to miss this. Check it out there.
Man, the light count is kind of bad. The first podcast was Eric Weinstein, or whatever it is. That's just the Joe Rogan guy. And he's got like books behind him. I wonder if he's read them. Are those Callan books, you think? Jeff Doolittle, Straight Chicks. one of the Hawks skate Alan to do a cameo for Gerardo. Whereas, like, I think the problem was getting Gerardo to move to Austin to do stand-up for concepts. All right, let's see what else we got here. This is Buffalo Fries. Yes, we saw that. 7 days ago here, posted a few times. Water weeds scare me. Yeah. He looks like a Shia LaBeouf character.
Yeah, baby, my perimenopause is out of control. I gotta take quizzes like 85 times a day, and even queef.
He's like the Alicia Filter character with us. He keeps doing stuff like this where he takes a picture of himself, like looking some way, and then he's like, it's gonna be shaved summer diesel dad. Yeah. This is the new thing. This different persona. So hashtags. Make that cheddar bug day. Just got paid. I look like this now. What's up, guys? What's this? I guess the Boston Cosette. What the fuck is that company's seat? It looks like an earring, but then there's no like part of it that's going through the ear. Maybe it's something that will distract something better. Maybe it's like yeah, I got this some stupid thing he's playing, so he wrapped it up. This thing you put behind your ear, it's called golden ear. Makes your brain work.
Guys, go to goldenear.com and get yourself a golden ear.
Ever since I put in my golden ear and started drinking methylene, I am the best podcast host there is. I never said anything about my baseball side. It's part of my glasses, my guy. Yeah, people are like, what is that? What is that? It's a Bubba. It's fucking golden ear, my guy.
What's it called? Shout out to Dave. Look at you guys. Just got this story. You got $20 tip for reading.
You're like Elon Musk.
Yeah, Walking Dead. I get it. It's glasses. Okay, I'm not a jackass. It's part of the class. Okay, let's go. This is the time of shit based on that / diesel dad I gave you 2.5 years ago from fucking randoms on site that crying on camera because the kid played sports by Dazzling Rabbit 633.
Oh yeah, one of the screenshots.
November 3rd.
So embarrassing to have that out there. What was he doing putting up that for us? Just like I was thinking about sleep.
Like if your doctor says the
oh yeah, is it like, is it normal if this happens? I got a bump on my head. Is that good?
I'm throwing a horn. That's so funny.
It's like the ones that are embarrassing and bad on the level of cheating are even worse because it makes out
Rachel's actually made the first strange freshwater bag. I guess you could say it's like from June to December.
If you ever got caught in like couples therapy, you have to like show us wrong, and then the wife would be like, so we
search Maddie on the phone. Searched it, and it only came up 2 times. It's a huge improvement.
Let's go to the next one here. Okay, this video. Okay, we got another search Travis. Posted by 38 Texas 832. Desperately needs attention. Oh,
I think it's funny to post something. I like the picture of posting something like that. Well, right after the protest post. It's just like looking at so embarrassing. Look at them protesting ICE. And then she turns to the mirror and takes a selfie.
She should get into politics. I mean, that's natural, right? So politics is good for politics. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, so the coolest guy in the world was by
I wonder if there's like just a huge crossover between Brett Fraser and Jelly Roll fans.
Yeah.
These people are here to see Jelly Roll episodes.
Is that a real question? Of course.
I guess it makes sense.
And then you don't even see it, you know, there's Oliver Christ shows like, they're having a good time and they go home, they're like, save me!
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, the way Bert Kreischer lives and the people that would be into that, their life would be falling apart. They're on drugs, they're drinking too much, they're eating too much. And then when they go, they need to laugh during the day when they're drunk. Wow, they come down, they got Jelly Roll. There's me on stage. They say this both times. When they're drunk and they're watching Bert Kreischer, there's me on stage. And he's like, I was so drunk, my wife just didn't smell like farts. And then they go home. And then they
This is called feeling when you realize the nightmare you're living just keeps getting worse and worse. I mean, for some reason, a lot of those pictures get put to the top. I want some video.
I know. That's what came here.
What happened to Lebanon? And audio being I mean, we have the recently audio being our audio apparently so that's goes by haphazard. That doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's upstairs. Weird. It does look like it's upstairs. They're making it work. They're renting to people, like in other rooms, there's people that stay there. Chad's like, you're security, you don't have to pay a little rent, but like, you stay here during the day, so people like steal my audio.
Yeah, I am using hormone pills. That was 100% stuff.
I mean, what does it become shit? Like, you can't get a place to stay. That's true. How much are they paying? There's no exhaust with their expensive. Everyone likes to be all high and mighty. I think it looks cool, honestly, except for the T-Back thing is very, like, we just started. There's not much effort. It kind of, it's not far off of the there's like, there's no sign. It's I'm wearing the work shirt too.
getting that were great this year.
My face is matching what I'm saying, but it's not really, you know, like, he's like, it's also saying, like, it's really
and then what does the
This guy has like he's a good catch for teeth. He was ready to get gay. It's like, all right, here we go. Not worried about it. And the shirt he had, she was like short shorts and a damn Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, he's perfect. Ready to so we had those good ones. Hey, sorry guys. Sorry, I was gonna get my orders in Hey, who drank my horseshoes? Shop has like an extra horseshoe file next to it.
I've never served. I've never been behind them. I've never really traveled with it. Like, say, a small company I've traveled to automatically. Hot sauce. Yeah, I majority countries I hate it. And this one, but I wasn't. Tens of people. It's funny, and then you think with weird doors, AC, trains, and employees crying. Is it something that would call for those people to take recognition of it? What is that? It's not for low Thank God there's no loud AC. I mean, we tried to get rid of the red chairs, but we're becoming more and more defective. What would you rather become? Would be like we're becoming the best show that's ever played. I'm sorry if I sounded negative. You know what? Yes, I love all you guys, but if you think that becoming defective is bad, everyone thinks that. You know, when you're talking about what businesses and that his worry is taking notes is such a small. Don't talk with the It's the Irish, you get us going. They will meet you halfway. You know, no one. The Brits and the Irish come alive when it comes to war. It's thousands of years of being a Yeah, it's not a good shot. They don't have to go back to it. Why is it upstairs? I want to know what is down. I know for a fact it's the garage. It's like all purpose studio. So the project's upstairs, I'm not sure. Finally, y'all are coming around to the news set narrative. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're welcoming it. We'll talk about it. Jordan, we told it's kind of funny that he's still wearing clothes. Like they fired him or whatever, and the company has trouble. And we talked about it, but if you ever look at their website, it's like they're racist on this. It's really weird, like offensive sandals. Oh, the last place I went to offensive sandals.
I think it's weird that, you know, I think you touched on this. I don't remember which show it was. There's no, like, merch anywhere. I'm not saying there's a joke. There's no shirt shop, there's no rain, there's no black rifle or whatever. Like, are they just not, they don't have any sponsors? I hope that's not the case. That's AR, right? I don't know. I don't remember the character. You got I don't have an apartment. It's hard to predict. It somehow makes sense, but also I've never been able to like he goes airline. It makes sense why he's so pissed off at his heart. Oh yeah, that's a very good example. He's like, hey, I wonder what, like where he gets Texas. Think about Texas. Well, everything comes out. Everything's like, 20 minutes. Yeah. It's described in Los Angeles. We drive 20 minutes every week. And we have to drive over lime scooters and Waymos are on fire. Oh, you're right. I do have to drive over. Drive through like ice radios and all that stuff. You're a car reference. I'm going to need you to and something. A place to cut your car because the weather is very cooperative here, and sometimes it's not hail. I was driving and I got hit with, like gear turn size hail, and it was gear turn size. That's a weird thing that I didn't know gear turn. I'm like a Bratwurst size. I wonder if gear turns are like sausage. This fucking guy, Alan, when he's doing his voice, he loses like all sense of reality. You gotta get I want to squeeze it. I want to squeeze it.
Playing cards, t-shirts, refrigerator magnets, and ice cream flavor. Do you ever see anything?